Hey, here we go. We're at Lucky 13 of my taste testing of various hot peppers. Today we have with us the mighty Habanero. I got a green one to start off with, although I do have a few orange and red ones as well. I figured I'd start with this. Usually the unripe ones are a little bit less spicy, but I guess we'll find out. It does have a fruity flavor. Not a specific one, but it's already getting a bit warm, huh? A little warmth. Oh, not all that much warmth, though. Not really very sweet, probably because it's not all that ripe. It's not bitter at all, though, which is good. Some of those ones yesterday were nasty. Keep picking up a tiny bit right here. Not really much going on in my mouth yet. This one's got nice thin flesh. Heat's more right here. It's getting a tiny bit warm. Tiny bit back here. When I swallow a little bit. Mouth a little bit warm, but not bad. I'm pulsing with warmth and coolness alternating in my throat a little bit. Lingering fruity undertones despite the fact that the spice has kicked in a little bit, especially on the tip of my tongue. When I swallow it, it burns a little bit. It's more just like a tickling, catching than anything. It doesn't really hurt, but tip of my tongue's burning, hurting a little bit. Good fruity finish. Almost like a bubble gum almost. I like that. Definitely bubblegum. Ooh, I'm starting to saliva production increasing. Yeah, tongue's burning. I feel a tiny bit warm in my head, but not bad. Heart rate increased just a tiny bit. It was already increased a little bit in anticipation eating this because it's a habanero, but it's actually not all that hot. Tiny bit of warmth hanging out in right here. Tongue's glowing. A little mucusy in the back of the throat. But my throat's not really burning out at this point. Lips are a tiny bit glowy, but not bad. Tip of my tongue is probably burning the worst. That's the way it's been for the last few of them. I was starting to run just a tiny bit. Yeah, it's the bottom of my tongue, on the perimeter this time. Head feels faintly floaty, but not anything like that cayenne I had the other day. That one was the hottest so far, most intense. In part because of the size, I'm sure, but towards the back of my tongue is picking up a little bit more. Front of my tongue, tip of it, not quite as much, but still quite warm, burning. Lips are burning just a little bit. Yeah, back of my tongue on the left side. Must have caught a little bit more of the seeds and whatnot. Burns a little bit more. Excuse me. But a little bit tickle. A tickle burn. A bickle. Or a burkle. Or a turn. Whatever. Heat's subsiding. It's still holding in a bit, but not as bad. Yeah, it's moving towards the back of my tongue, I think, as I'm swallowing more. The oils that are on my tongue are slowly cascading to the back a little bit at a time. Still holding on with the heat. Not really all that much going on. Yeah, it's subsiding. Forehead feels a little bit faintly warm and kind of glowy. Good return on that one. Yeah, not too bad. I'm not going to fool myself into thinking some of the other ones aren't going to be, though. We'll see. Stay tuned. Maybe tonight. Try another one if I'm brave. Overall, the habanero, the green ones, not as sweet. Still got the fruity, almost a bubblegum one, like on that one, flavor to it. Heat kicked in fairly quickly. A little bit catching in my throat when I swallowed, but it wasn't all that bad. These ones are from the fruit stand in Ishpeming, and they're Michigan grown, so they're probably not going to be as hot. And I'm taking that into account in my judgment. So if I find any ones that are Mexican grown or California grown or something like that, they're probably going to be a bit hotter, but we'll see. Time will tell. Good flavor, bubblegum-like undertones for the green one that I had. Might not be the same for all of them. Good flavor, kind of sweet, not at all bitter like some of those ones I was eating yesterday. By the look of them, they were ornamental peppers anyway, which I've heard aren't quite as tasty. A little bit of a burn. It's still holding on. My lips are faintly glowing. Faintly. It's not really pain. Just kind of warmish. Back of my tongue, especially on the left side, still glowing a bit. Especially when I breathe out. But yeah, it's subsiding pretty quick. Faint warmth on my scalp, under my hair a little bit still, but it's subsided almost completely at this point. So yeah, good.